All right, welcome back to the channel. Former Democratic presidential candidate Andrew Yang, the Yang Gang, has joined Joe Biden's campaign team as a member of an advisory council on small businesses and entrepreneurship as part of Biden's push to highlight his economic goals. In other words, Joe Biden has no messaging. Andrew Yang is being brought in to help with messaging, because there is no economic message. Oh, and I forgot to mention the brilliant John Hickenlooper, another former Democrat. Did I say Republican? Hickenlooper is like a George W. Bush character. He's the one. Hickenlooper was up there. You progressives didn't like Hickenlooper because he was constantly saying that, this party is too extreme, and what are you guys doing to it? Well, he's out there as well on the advisory council. The Biden campaign is narrowing its focus on appealing to small businesses, many of whom have been shut down, and Biden has said that he would shut it down again. All right. Now, again, whether you agree with my analysis on COVID or not, I don't really care. I am just injecting this because small businesses have been crippled while the folks over at Amazon, Jeff Bezos, and the Walmart, what do they call that, dynasty, is doing very, very well during the pandemic. Of course, they've been hit very hard by the coronavirus. You know, folks, there is a lot of logic to the idea that extortion is happening. Hear me out, okay? Extortion, please vote for Biden. You vote for Biden and we'll put it all back. You know, the protests will go away. Riots, protests. What else? What else will happen? The economy will bounce back and the lockdowns will end. My son said this like 5 months ago. He told me if Biden wins, all of this stuff will just go back to the way it should be. They just want Trump out so bad they'll do anything. And Michael Bloomberg, by the way, spending millions of dollars here in the state of Florida running these ads depicting Biden, as, all of the people in his life who have died, and I'm not at all, Biden's had kind of a sad history in that area, but they were actually using the people who died in Biden's family to say this is why we need Obamacare. I didn't get it. I didn't get the ad, but pulling at heartstrings and sort of bypassing anything with substance, well, it's been pretty much par for the political course for how many generations now? The fact is, we're in a situation where right now an awful lot of small businesses, 50 or fewer employees, are going out of business because the $2 trillion in the acts that are passed by Congress aren't getting to them at all, Biden said at a fundraiser on Tuesday. Let's be honest, both parties did that. Both parties did it. And these large corporations, many of whom are probably going to support Joe Biden. See how this is all inverted? Like, this isn't Democrat-Republican anymore. I'm sorry, I was trying to do some weird hand gestures there. But it's all screwed up because these large corporations are all colluding, many of whom are supporting Biden. They're not supporting Trump. I mean, I'm sure there's a few that are supporting Trump, like Home Depot or something, but most of them, like the ones with real power, with real political power, which I shouldn't even be saying that. Again, if you're a libertarian, your head is exploding at that point. If you're my friend Reed Coverdale, your gasket just blew out. I mean, the fact that big business is the government. It is the government. I had this argument with somebody on Twitter, and they're telling me that the CDC is not a body that gets influenced by big pharma. And I'm just laughing. I'm like, okay, sure. Well, what's your proof? Do some research, okay? I'm not a link machine. I should probably be better prepared for confrontations like that. But again, keyboard warriors and somebody with just a few followers. So I'm thinking, here comes a bot, probably paid for by Mike Bloomberg. Hickenlooper, who is running for the U.S. Senate in Colorado, opened Chicken Coop Brewery in 1988, one of the first brew pubs in the country. So you got to give Hickenlooper credit because he can help us self-medicate. Again, yeah, cliches, small businesses are the backbone of our communities, but yet both parties are destroying small businesses. And 2020 has been a nightmare for them. Why? Because of draconian measures put in place by the government, and even worse draconian measures were put in places like, Colorado, California, all of these places that are neo-blue. All the neo-blue places pretty much made sure that small businesses went out of business. So this is kind of like, yeah, we're going to come and fix a problem that we created. And much like what happened in 2008 and 2009, where the government came to the rescue, pumped a bunch of funny money into the economy, caused all kinds of inflation. Slumlords were very happy, though, because they could buy up these properties. They were the only ones left with money, so they went in, bought these properties like, pennies compared to dollars, and started renting them out for ridiculous amounts of money. And guess what they're going to do again? You know how many evictions are happening right now, people? Quite a few evictions. He added, a Biden presidency will help our auto body shops, bakeries, and hometown restaurants keep their doors open and bring back workers, which would be vital to our nation's comeback. So they're making a pitch here with Yang that because of, they've got Yang on the team here, that it'll be way better than Trump, So they're going to have an economic argument against Trump, and I don't know if that's a good argument to have. I don't see them winning that argument, but what's really surprising here is the people who thought that Yang was an outsider, that maybe he'll run as a third-party candidate. Yang and Tulsi, remember that? Tulsi-Yang kind of a thing. Doesn't look this good for Andrew Yang as far as running independently. And look, if Tulsi Gabbard does something like this, I don't see how she would. All right, and this is why Tulsi still has a following. All right, because all those people who are like, yeah, Andrew Yang, he's cool, he's fresh, he's got some cool ideas, and he does. He has some cool ideas. All right, but he just signed on to work with, again, as Marianne Williamson said, I'd rather have corruption than tyranny. She said it in a tweet. She said, I'd rather have corruption than tyranny. So Yang has basically signed on for the corruption. And by the way, I'll make a prediction. You'll not only get corruption in a Biden administration, you'll also get the tyranny. Just wait. It's coming. People who have this vision of Trump being the devil and the orange man who's coming to get you and so forth, it's way overplayed. What we need is a unity candidate. We need somebody to bring people together and talk. These are all a bunch of platitudes. I want to hear something of substance. How are they going to do the stuff that they're saying they're going to do here? Just because he's on a board, he's on a council, whoop-de-doo. It's Americans are so tired of this crap. All of these candidates basically colluding to just, have power and destroy more small businesses and not bring them back. I'd love to hear the plans that Andrew Yang and Joe Biden have to bring back small businesses. You can't bring them back if they're locked down. You can't do it, and I'm wondering how they're going to thread that needle. It's ridiculous, honestly. Those Trump ads that, have Biden saying, I'd lock it down again, even though the numbers are going down. And look, I don't care why they're going down. I'm happy that they're going down. They could go back up. once everybody takes their mask off. And I'm not wearing a mask forever, people. I'll let you know. I'm not into that. And if I'm not doing my fair share, I guess I'm going to be one of those Americans you're going to hate. But anyway, I find this to be quite amazing that Yang is now an intricate part of the Biden team. But it's not really that surprising. All right, that's my video. Thanks for watching. See you soon.